Good afternoon, students. So today in this video we are going to see the topic called as offenses, in which we are going to see total 19 points. So what exactly this offenses means and what are the points regarding this. So the first point in this is tampering with computer source documents. Whoever knowingly or intentionally conceals, destroys or alters, or intentionally or knowingly causes another to conceal, destroy or alter any computer source code used for a computer or computer program or computer system or computer network, when the computer source code is required to be kept or maintained by law for the time being in force, shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years or with fine which may extend up to 2 lakh rupees or with both. So what exactly do you mean by this is that computer source code, nothing but the listing of programs, computer commands, design and layout, analysis of computer resources in any form, we need to maintain it or we have to make a copy of it as per the law. If anybody intentionally or knowingly want to modify or destroy that copy, then he may be punished with imprisonment of 3 years or else fine of 2 lakh rupees or both. Next one is hacking with computer system. If any person dishonestly or fraudulently does any act referred to in section 43, he shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years or with fine which may extend to 5 lakh rupees or with both. So here, whoever with the intent to cause or knowing that he is likely to cause wrongful loss or damage to the public or any person destroys or deletes or alters any information residing in a computer resource or diminishes its value or utility or affects its injuriously by any means commits hack. So for that he need to have the answer for it, where he need to go for paying the 5 lakh rupees or else imprisonment of 3 years jail. So next one is punishment for receiving stolen computer resource or communication device. Whoever dishonestly receives or retains any stolen computer resource or communication device, knowing or having reason to believe the same to be stolen computer resource or communication device, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to years or with fine which may extend to rupees 1 lakh or with both, which is mentioned in section 66B. So here the person who tried to steal the computer resource or any communication device, and if it retains that stolen computer resource, then he may get a punishment of 1 year imprisonment or 1 lakh rupees. Then punishment for identity theft. Whoever fraudulently or dishonestly make use of the electronic signature, password or any unique identification feature of any other person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine which may extend to rupees 1 lakh, which is mentioned again in a section 66B. So next one is a punishment for cheating by personation by using computer resource. Whoever by means for any communication device or computer resource cheats by personating shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine which may extend up to 1 lakh rupees, which is mentioned in the law section 66D. Then punishment for violation of privacy. Whoever intentionally or knowingly captures, publishes or transmits the image of a private area of any person without his or her consent under circumstances violating the privacy of that person shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to 3 years or with fine not exceeding 2 lakh rupees or with both, which is mentioned in a section 66E. Sorry, here the number has to be 5 instead of a 6. So that has to be carried out. Next one is a punishment for cyber terrorism. Whoever with intent to threaten the unity, integrity, security of sovereignty of India or to strike terror in the people or any section of the people by denying or cause the denial of access to any person authorized to access computer resource or attempting to penetrate or access a computer resource without authorization or exceeding authorized access or introducing or causing to introduce any computer containment and by means of such conduct causes or is likely to cause death or injuries to persons or damage to or destruction of property or disturbs or knowing that it is likely to cause damage or dispersion of supplies or services essential to the life of community or adversely affect the critical information infrastructure specified under section 17 or knowingly or intentionally penetrates or accesses a computer resource without authorization or exceeding authorized access and by means of such conduct obtains access to information, data or computer database that is restricted or any restricted information, data or computer obtained may be used to cause or likely to cause injury to the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states, public order, decency or morality, or in relation to containment of court, defamation or incitement to an offense, or to the advantage of any foreign nation, group of individuals or others commits the offense of cyber terrorism. Whoever commits or conspires to commit cyber terrorism shall be punishable with imprisonment which may extend to imprisonment for life. So next one is publishing of information which is obscene in electronic form. Whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published in the electronic form any material which is appeals to the prurient interest or if its effect is such as to tend to deprave and corrupt persons who are likely, having regard to all relevant circumstances, to read, see or hear the matter contained or embodied in it shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years and with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, and the event of a second or a subsequent conviction with the imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and also with fine which may extend to 2 lakh rupees, which is mentioned in a section 67. So next one is a punishment for publishing or transmitting of material containing sexually explicit act in electronic form. Whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published or transmitted in the electronic form any material which contains sexually explicit act or conduct shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years and with fine which may extend to 10 lakh rupees, and the event of second or a subsequent conviction with the imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years and also with a fine which may extend to 10 lakh rupees. Next one is the power of controller to give directions. The controller may, by order, direct a certifying authority or any employee of such authority to take such measures or cease carrying on such activities as specified in the order if those are necessary to ensure compliance with the provisions of this Act, rules or any regulations made thereunder. Any person who fails to comply with any order under subsection 1 shall be guilty of an offence and shall be liable on conviction to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years or to a fine not exceeding 2 lakh rupees or to both. Next, government agencies' power to intercept information. The Act empowers the central or state government's authorized agency to intercept, monitor, or decrypt any information generated, transmitted, received, or stored in any computer resource if it is deemed fit in the interest of the integrity of India, defense of India, security of state. Friendly relations with foreign states or public order or for preventing incitement to the commission of any recognizable offense or for investigation of any offenses. The agencies can also secure all the facilities and technical assistance from the subscriber or computer personnel to decrypt the information. The subscribers or any other person who fails to assist the agency shall be punishable with an imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years, which is mentioned in section 69. The next point is protected system. The appropriate government may, by notification in the official gazette, declare that any computer or system or a network to be a protected one. The appropriate government may, by order in writing, authorize the persons who are authorized to access protected systems notified under subsection 1. Any person who secures access or attempts to secure access to a protected system in contravention of the provisions of this section shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. So next one is a penalty for misrepresentation. Whoever makes any misrepresentation to or suppresses any material fact from the controller or the certifying authority for obtaining any license or digital signature certificate, as the case may be, shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, or with both, which is mentioned in the section 71. Then penalty for breach of confidentiality and privacy. Same as otherwise provided in this act or any other law for the time being in force, any person who in pursuance of any of the powers confirmed under this act, rules or regulations made thereunder, has secured access to any electronic record, book, register, correspondence, information, document, or other material without the consent of the person concerned, discloses such electronic record, book, register, correspondence, information, document, or other material to any other person shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, or with both, which is mentioned in section 72. Next, the penalty for publishing digital signature certificate falls in certain particulars. No person shall publish a digital signature certificate or otherwise make it available to any other person with the knowledge that the certifying authority listed in the certificate has not issued it, or the subscriber listed in the certificate has not accepted it, or the certificate has been revoked or suspended, unless such publication is for the purpose of verifying a digital signature created prior to such suspension or revocation. Any person who contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, or with both, which is mentioned in the section 73. Then the publication for fraudulent purpose. Whoever knowingly creates, publishes, or otherwise makes available a digital signature certificate for any fraudulent or unlawful purpose shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend 2 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, or with both, which is mentioned in a section 74. The act to apply for offence or contravention committed outside India. Subject to the provisions of subsection 2, the provisions of this act shall apply also to any offence or contravention committed outside India by any person, irrespective of his nationality. For the purposes of subsection 1, this act shall apply to an offence or contravention committed outside India by any person if the act or conduct constituting the offence or contravention involves a computer system, or a network located in India, which is mentioned in a section 75. Then confiscation. Any computer systems, floppies, compact discs, tape drives, or any other accessories related thereto, in respect of which any provision of this act or rules, orders, regulations made thereunder has been or is being contravened shall be liable to confiscation. So where it is established to the satisfaction of the court adjudicating the confiscation, that the person in whose possession, power, or control any such computer system, floppies, any other accessories relating thereto are found, is not responsible for the contravention of the provision of this Act, rules, orders, or regulations made thereunder. The court may, instead of making an order for the confiscation of such a computer system, floppies, or any other accessories related, make any other order authorized by this Act against the person contravening the provisions of this Act, as it may think fit. Then penalties or confiscation not to interfere with other punishments. No penalty imposed or confiscation made under this Act shall prevent the imposition of any other punishment to which the person affected thereby is liable under any other law for the time being enforced, which is mentioned in a section 77. Then the last point is power to investigate offences. Notwithstanding anything contained in the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, a police officer not below the rank of Deputy Superintendent of Police shall investigate any offence under this Act, which is mentioned in a section 78. So these are the offences, that is, if suppose anything happens either to the computer resources, it may be hacking, it may be tampering, it may be stealing, it may be identity theft, it may be cheating, it may be violation, it may be cyber terrorism, it may be obscene in electronic form, it may be publishing or transmitting of the material in the electronic form, it may be anything. If any one person found doing these tasks, then they are going to pay the fine for it. It may be an imprisonment, or it may be in form of a rupee, or it may be in both the forms. So that is what the thing we have studied under this topic called as